welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since your girl has posted on here, but I just be doing what I be doing, child. I really believe in doing stuff when in its divine timing, and doing things when you feel called to do it, and not just doing stuff just to be doing it and then it just don't be right. And so I pop ins and out when I feel the need to pop ins and out. So if you're back and you're watching this video, I appreciate you for coming back and tuning in. I have an idea of where I want this video to be about, or where I want it to go, but at the same time, I really just feel like I should just flow with it and just allow it to take me where it's supposed to take me, and what I'm supposed to be sharing with you all. So I don't know, we'll see. But we'll update on, I guess, what's been going on here. It's still on this journey of self-discovery, okay, which never ends, might I say. And so yeah, I've basically been diving into a lot of different things, trying to figure out, and it's been a journey, okay. Met some great people along the way, still meeting great people along the way. And that's another thing, like, some people, video cut off, but some people I have met within this last year or so, you couldn't tell me I would have met these people, or I would be engaging with these people, or anything like that. I would have just been like, yeah, okay. Sometimes, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I look at people and I'm like, we just have, either they're so far over here and I'm so far over there, and I'm like, there's no way we would be able to, we would interact with each other, or they would, vibe with me, so to speak, because I'm a bit different. But, and that could be further from the truth. Like, I met some really cool people within this last year, and that's just like a part of me, building my tribe of people, my soul group, I like to call them, my community of folks that are very different from the people that have been in my life for a long time, or because I don't know about y'all, but like, sometimes we want to take people that have been in our lives for a long time, or years prior, and we want to take them along with us on our journey of evolution. Like, when we're trying to ascend, we're trying to get to the place that we're really supposed to be. We want to take all these people with us, but that's just not reality. You can't take everybody with you. Like, people are on different paths, different journeys, and the journey that you may be on, and your closest friends or your closest family, they ain't supposed to come along with you. You know what I'm saying? In a sense where, that's not to say that you should cut them off and you shouldn't be friends and you should cut your family off and all of that kind of stuff. Not to say that at all. You can still be a part of each other's lives without them being in every aspect of your life. This part of your life, they ain't supposed to be a part of, for whatever reason. And that could just simply be because you're different. They're not gonna understand this part that you're in. They're not gonna understand it, or they may make fun of it. You may have people in your life that do that you're into this now, or you're doing this now, or they may make fun of it. They may not understand it. And it's not your job to try to make everybody understand it too. That's another thing. You don't have to make people understand this part of your life, right? They're just not. And it's not your job to try to make them do it. If they don't, cool. You over here, they over there. Y'all come together when y'all supposed to come together. And then when you doing your work over here with this group of people that you have, this community of people that you have come into, that's where you're supposed to be at. And then they over here. and ain't nothing wrong with that. So if that's where you find yourself at, understand that it's not your job to try to make people understand this season that you're in, right? We all go through different changes in seasons. Well, at least you should. I mean, not everybody. I don't guess everybody does, but at least you should. If personal development is high on your priority list, you should be going through different, seasons, so to speak, where you're going to be, coming to some realizations and making changes for the betterment. Is that a word? You know what I'm trying to say, of you. And that's not going to resonate with everybody that's in your life. It's just not. And it's not your job to make it. And so I said all that to say that, back to me coming in contact with a lot of people, not a lot of people, but a few people that have really just changed a lot of my perspective in a way. I wouldn't say change, but helped me to realize. I would say that because I'm not. It's not like they think this way, so now I'm gonna think this way. It's just like when you meet people and you're like, ooh, you get it. Like you instantly know, like, now they get it. They get it. I don't have to over explain, or feel like I have to, you know what I'm saying, not be the me that I am right now, because the me that I am right now is very different from the me that I was 5 years ago. It's very different than the me that I was 2 years ago, right? And so a lot of times you kind of find yourself in a place with people who are not supposed to be in this space with you, and you try to make them be in this space with you, that you find yourself feeling like, oh, you can't really be authentic in a way that you are right now, because it's so different from the person that you were 2 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe even a year ago, that they're gonna be like, oh, you being fake, or this ain't even you. Don't let nobody tell you what's you. You know what's you. Stop letting people tell you that think they know you, tell you this is how you is, or this is how you are, or, you know what I'm saying, somehow you're different now, or you're playing a role now because how you carried yourself, or the thoughts that you had, or the things that you did are so different than what they were a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Don't let nobody tell you that, okay? You know who you are. You understand that, hey, yeah, I am different from, who I was 5 years ago, a year ago. I am. I worked hard to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you who you are. And that just comes from when you live in this life, right? And you have friends and family, and sometimes partners who have known you for your whole life sometimes, or a good portion of your life. They like to try to put you in a box. They like to try to say they know you. Y'all, don't nobody know you but you, okay? People know what you show them and their experience of you for a period of time, but they don't know you. Only you know you. In the higher power, of course. But only you know you. And so y'all stop letting people put you in a box, man, and try to tell you what you're gonna do, or what you should be doing, or make you feel like that you can't grow beyond a certain place because that's the place that you've been in for a good period of time. So now you're just supposed to stay there because all of a sudden that's you. And if you leave that place, then you're not authentic. You're not being yourself. That's not me anymore. Okay? And so, y'all stop letting people put y'all in a box and doing that. Just stop. Tell them people to go somewhere and just stop, because that's not healthy, and that's only gonna make you not be comfortable to be who you are in this moment, in this season of life that you're in. Who you are in this season of life that you're in currently. I can't talk. Currently. Yeah, I'm sweating. It's hot out here. Anybody else? I don't know, but slide note. But my grandma used to say that whenever you sweat on your top lip, that means that you're mean. And like you just mean. She'd be like, "Ooh, child, you so mean because you sweat on your top lip." Anybody else, grandparents or anybody older used to say that? Every time I do that, I think about that. I'm like, well, I am kind of, I don't want to say I'm mean, but I can't be accused of being mean at times. But yeah, I always sweat on my top lip, y'all. It's crazy. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, don't let nobody tell you who you are and put you in a box. That's if you don't take anything else from this video, y'all, take that. Like, stop letting people tell you who you are, because they think they know you. They know what you have shown them, and 9 times out of 10 you ain't shown them everything. And if you're anything like me, you ain't really shown them too much. Because you keep a lot of things to self, all right? But they know their experience of you for a period of time, right? But those things change, y'all. You getting older, you going through this thing called life. Life happens, situations come in, you meet different people that spark just an awakening that of a person that you're really meant to be, because you haven't even gotten there yet, right? So this is the journey to get there. And certain people just like, it's like you're destined to meet them, right? It's divine timing when you meet them a lot of the times, but you're destined to meet them. And it's because they're there to take you, not necessarily take you, but they're coming on that journey of this chapter that you're in and helping to get you to that next one, right? So stop letting people do that, y'all. And what was my point? I said all of that to really say, I was talking about just the meeting of some very key people, and I ain't even gonna go into who these people are, but like some key people in the past couple of years that have really come in and just blessed my life in ways that they're not even aware, I don't think. But and I'm sure that they could probably say the same about me. At least they should, because she's a blessing in anybody's life. Okay? But and a healer, okay? That's really what I want to get into, y'all. About accepting some things you don't want to accept about yourself, like, because for whatever reason. But y'all, I've had a few people tell me this, like, and then I've had some, I guess you could say, visions and an inner knowing, okay, that your girl is here to be a healer of sorts now. And that's hard. That's some things I have not wanted to accept, because what comes with that, y'all, is just a lot of heavy. It's just heavy. Because in order to be a healer, you have to have healed yourself from something, or from a multitude of things, right? In order to teach people, or maybe not teach, well, yeah, teach and or help people to heal themselves, right? You're not necessarily doing it, but to heal themselves. So you have had to heal yourself from a variety of different circumstances in order to say, okay, now I've been here, done that. Let me sort of lend myself in that way to help somebody else, right? So I come to this realization, and it's not one that I wanted to come to necessarily, because like I said, what comes with that is just a lot. It's a lot. And sometimes you just be like, man, I just want to be me. Like, I just want to just do what I don't want to be responsible. And I'm not responsible for other people, but I mean, I don't want to have such a big, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I don't want to have that much responsibility. If that makes sense. Like, I've been a responsible person my entire life, and sometimes I just don't want to be responsible. Like, I just want to be out here being reckless sometimes. Like, I don't want to be responsible. Like, I don't want to. That's how I be feeling sometimes. But then I know, like, girl, bye. This is not your, you're not finna be out here doing the most. Like, stop. But I be wanting to do that sometimes. But so yeah, accepting that, it's like, okay, yeah, let me accept that. Because when I say I have attracted a lot of people in my lifetime that have been, I don't want to say damaged, but have been in need of some kind of light, right? They've been in dark places. They need it in some kind of light in some shape or form. And I come to the realization from them telling me, and just seeing their journeys once our time together has expired, and seeing how they move, because I'm very observant. Like, I am an observer, right? So I'm pretty much the person that's gonna just sit back and be like when you first meet me, you be like, dang, she's super quiet. Like, she don't be saying that. She don't be really talking like that. It's because I'm observing, right? I pick up on a lot of energy, and I've always been that way. I remember when I was a kid, I would sometimes not like people just off the rip. And I'm talking about adults. I would sometimes just not like certain people, certain adults, and I could not, and there was no reason externally for me not to, like, something's wrong, because they never did anything to me personally, or they were seemingly nice on the outside, right? But for some reason, I did not like them. Like, it was something about them, and I could not fake it. Like, and I'm somebody that's normally very quiet anyway, but especially when I was a kid, and I always have this face, this serious face, like, people would say, oh, you look mean. Basically, you look mean all the time. And so I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to always fuss at me about my facial expressions and about my attitude, so to speak, around certain individuals, because she would be like, you act like you can't stand them. You don't even know, like, ain't nobody did nothing to you, or you act like, you're so mean to them, or you don't halfway speak, or whatever. And they try to talk to you, and you just and at that time, I couldn't articulate, because I was young. I couldn't articulate what it was that I was picking up on. But years later, come to find out, those very same people that I just could not stand for what it just did not like them. I was just always like, something about them just, it does not sit well with my soul. Those people turned out to be very bad people, okay? Like, they did some stuff. And so we laugh about it now. It's like, you was right when you said what you said about those people at a very young age, not even understanding what was going on. But again, I said all of that to long story long, y'all. And shoot, I don't know. Long story long, I was picking up on the energy. I listen, your girl just be sitting back a lot of times and observing, in observation of people. That's how I feel comfortable. So if my initial and my intuition don't steer me, but a lot of times I don't listen to it because I let other people influence me. There was a time, shall I say, I don't really do that much anymore because I don't got time. But there was a time when I would let other people influence me to, give people chances and opportunities. They'd be like, why you don't really like them, or why you acting like, they really want to be your friend and such. And it's like, no, I don't like them. Like, they ain't really done nothing to me, but something about them, I don't trust. I don't like something. I don't know what that something is. I don't care to know what that something is. I'ma just get them 50 feet at all times. I ain't trying to say nothing bad about them or nothing, but no. And it's like, why you want to be my friend? And that's another thing. People be wanting to be my friend sometimes, I think. And I be like, why? Why you want to be my friend? Like, I'm not friendly. I really am friendly, y'all. It's just certain people just, like I said, I just want like, it's a hard no for me. And hold on, y'all. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So I had to turn the AC on. It was getting hot, and it's 50 something degrees, but it's hot in here. I should have had the window down, but I turned the air on for a second, then I turned off. So if you hear a little noise, that's what it is. Ignore it. Go on about. Just listen to what I'm saying. Okay. But where was I? Yeah, people be wanting to be my friend. I'm like, why? But and it's always instantly, y'all. It's like an instant feeling I get, or it's almost like I don't know. It's like when I meet certain people, it's like, no, I'm good. They could be the nicest people on the outside, the nicest people. Hey, how you? It's good to meet you with the woo. And I just be like, It's like, and I've never been wrong, right? I've never been wrong. But at the same time, the instances where that backfired on me were the times when I went against that intuition. When I went against that. When I said, oh, I don't really vibe with them. Something about them, I wasn't so sure about. But then I went ahead anyway. Because I'm like, well, they seem nice. Or, other people were telling me, oh, no, they cool. They this, they that, they this, that, and the third, And I'm like, okay, well, I'll give them a shot. I'll give them a chance. Girl, you should have listened to what your first mind said and went the other way, okay? So if you're like that, my advice to you is bump what everybody else say. If you meet somebody, I don't care if they come to you with a big Kool-Aid smile and some balloons and some more stuff, and if you meet them and your first instinct is go with it. Go with it. Get them 50 feet. You ain't gotta be rude, but just be like, they will never make it into my inner circle. Because I don't know about y'all, but it's very few people that can make it into this inner circle. I'm very selective. And that's a lot of things that y'all need to learn. Some people need to learn is to be very selective about their inner circle. A lot of people just let anybody in their inner circle, child. They friends with everybody. Everybody know them. They got everybody friends with them. They friends with everybody and their mama. And they just so cool. Everybody, oh, they so cool. They so cool. Y'all can't be giving out y'all energy to everybody. Like, stop. Like, everybody can't make it into your inner circle. Like, you're not supposed to be, because you don't really know people, you know? And I know a couple people that's like that, and you know, they get taken advantage of in a lot of instances because everybody friend. Like, everybody can't be your friend. My circle is elite, okay? The people that really vibe with me and the people that are in my inner circle and you know, can say that we're friends. We're friends. Like, it's an elite group. Ain't very few in there, okay? And if you think you in there, you probably not. I hate to tell you, but you probably not. That's how elite it is. If you think you in there, there's a good chance that you ain't really in there. So yeah, y'all be restrictive of your inner circle of who you let in there. And it can't be everybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to befriend everybody. So yeah, that's my advice on that. But circling back to this, where I was going, my point from the beginning of that, before I went off on a tangent about accepting this healing journey that I'm on, right? I'm okay with it now. I understand my position. I understand how to navigate within that to a point where it's not overtaking me. You know, I don't give everything like I used to. I used to give everything to people. I want to, like, make sure you're good in every aspect, right? That's on you at this point. It is on you. Like, just my presence alone is elevating some of y'all. The people that are coming in contact with me in a deep way, in a real way. My presence alone is doing it. And you may not even be aware, but my presence alone is doing it, okay? And I ain't saying that to be like, oh, you know, in a cocky type of way. I'm just being real. My presence alone is doing it. But even outside of that, just who I am as a person, you know, at this time, like, if you in a connection with me in a deep way, the most loyal person ever that you can find, right? I'm gonna go hard for you 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? I got people in my life that I've been loyal to in a way, and to a point where if you tell me something, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna guard that. If you tell me something traumatic that has happened to you, or you tell me something that and that's another thing, a lot of people find themselves opening up to me in ways that they're like, wow, I ain't really told folks that, you know, or, you know, and I have done that as well to a couple people. And I'm like, wow, I don't even really get down like that. I don't really be telling people my business stuff. But those type of people you're supposed to come in contact with. It was divine purpose. You're supposed to come in contact with these people, okay? But I have met these people and are friends with some people who have done that. And if you tell me something, I'm going to hold that. I'm going to guard that with my life. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what happens in the reality of our life, right? It doesn't matter if we have a falling out. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, if you do something that sort of hurts me or whatever. I'm gonna keep that still. And there's very few people out here in today's world of social media and all this thing. People just spilling tea, just telling soon as you do something they don't like, or you hurt them, all of a sudden they telling all your business. All of a sudden you know what I'm saying, they exposing your wounds, right? The things that have really hurt you, that you shared with them in confidence, all of a sudden it's being out there for everybody to know about because you done pissed them off or you hurt them to a degree, and now they gotta play get back and expose all of your stuff. Like, I'm not finna do that. I don't care. And I could. That's the thing. I could, y'all. I really could, but I don't. And I'm not going to. Because, for one, what's the point? What is that going to do for me? What purpose is that going to serve in my life? Is not. And two, I understand what it takes to do that. Like, I'm somebody who holds a lot of things. Don't tell people a lot of things. Right? That's that 8th house. For all my people into y'all know. That's that 8th house. We be holding stuff, child. But, and so if I do that, if I share even the smallest thing, I understand what it took for me to do that. Like, the trust that I had to have in you, whether I known you for a year or 6 months or 10 years, the trust that I have had to have in you to do that. So I don't take that lightly. So I'm not somebody who's, if you do that to me, like if you come to me with something like that, something heavy, or it ain't gotta be something heavy, just something that you don't really tell people. If you come to me like that, I'm gonna hold that. I don't care what happened. You can stop speaking to me tomorrow. I'ma still hold it. But everybody ain't like that. And that's why you have to be discerning about who you let in your inner circle. You can't be friends with everybody. You can't. And I know a lot of people think that popularity is it, right? You just want to be popular. You want to be everybody's friend. You want everybody to like you. You want everybody to... Y'all need to let that go. If you're really doing the inner work, right? If you're really doing the inner work and you understand, and you're understanding what this life is really about, and social media really makes that hard, but when you understand what this life is really about, then you understand that ain't nothing. If I got a core group of people, however small, that's my elite people, and that could change within the years, you know, that could change. People drop off, some people come in, you know, it could change. It depends on you. And, you know, like I said, you're constantly growing, so, you know, that circle may change, or the position that you're in that circle may change as you change. But understanding that it's not for everybody, okay? You can be somebody that can share and can uplift people and can help people, but you don't have to take all of that in. You don't have to bring these people necessarily into your inner circle, your inner core group of people to do that. You don't. So that's that. But I said all that to say back to I'm telling you, y'all, I'm just flowing with it. And if you still listening at this point, shout outs to you. There's something in this video that you need to hear. Yeah, I really just decided to just flow with it. But being that having that energy of healing comes with its challenges, right? It comes with a great responsibility, and that's the thing. I didn't want to accept that responsibility for a very long time because it's a lot. And you know, with that, like I said, you've had to have healed from some things in order to be a voice for it. You've had to have. And I have, in crazy ways, a lot of ways nobody really knows. But especially especially when it comes to relationships and dealing with transformations, when it comes to loss of those relationships and how to move on in a way that's healthy and in a way where you're not harboring negativity. Child, when I tell you that has been a journey within itself, okay? That I can really assist some people. And I see and it's a lot of things that I see from family and friends and just like, or acquaintances, or just people I come across, and then I just be like, wow, like you really, like you don't get it, like this is like, and I just looking at them like, you don't get it. And like I'm like thinking like maybe they will at some point, because a lot of these people are still young. And it's like, I understand what my mindset was at that young age. Like when you're in your early 20s or whatever, your mindset different, child. It just is. And so I think about where my mindset was, and like, how I could have prevented a lot of things. How those childhood traumas came into play. And that's another thing. A lot of us, y'all not dealing with y'all childhood traumas, and that's why y'all experiencing things in your adult life that you're experiencing, because you ain't even healed those wounds. Okay? And that's a major wound that you need to be healing, is those childhood wounds, child, because they big. But so yeah, a lot of those people that I see, I'm like, wow, like they just don't get it. They don't get it. And they will, but that's gonna come at a price. If it hasn't already, it's gonna come at a price. And I hate to see that, but I also know that, I'm just here to give the information, or to just like put it out there, and the people that's supposed to come to me are going to come to me. I don't have to do too much. But yeah, so being able to heal from all of those situations, especially when it comes to relationships, in a way that's like, I don't have nobody in my life, in my past, that I have dealt with that I look at and I be like, die slow. Well, maybe one. But nobody really in my life that I have dealt with that I feel that way about. And I done been through some stuff, Okay. But, and the majority of my past relationships, situations, whatever, these people can call me to this day, and I'll be like, and some of them have, when they be going through, child, they seem to wants to call me or contact me, but could do so to this day, and I would not feel any kind of way negative about it, because I understand that it was necessary to get here, right? Everything, all those L's that I took were lessons. And I look at them as such. Some of them I put myself in. Some of them I did not see coming. But in any event, I take them as learning opportunities and lessons. And that's a lot. And that's a key step to healing any type of situation that you have had with somebody that hurt you in a deep, deep, deep way. The first step to healing that is, one, accountability. Taking accountability for your place in it. Because at the end of the day, whether they showed you something in the beginning and it changed, whatever, it was still your decision to come together with that person. It was still yours. Did nobody make you do it? It was still your decision. So you have to take that part and like, all right, man, I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take that L. You know what I'm saying? I should have went left when I should have went right and I went left. You gotta take that. And then the second step to healing that and being able to move on from that in a way that is positive is to just take accountability, and then to understand that that's probably part of your journey. That's probably part of your journey. It has to be. And to also understand that just like you come into this lifetime with things, we all, especially when you grown, it's things you gotta live a whole life before you met this person. They lived a whole life before they met you. And a lot of these people are unhealed individuals. So you're unhealed probably for some stuff. And two unhealed individuals coming together, there's bound to be some stuff that happens. Now, those things could be big or little depending on how far into the healing process that these people are, and just, some people just downright evil. So that's another story. But I'm talking about people that just have dealt with a lot in their life, and nobody taught them how to come in partnership. A lot of people either didn't grow up with both parents in their household, or if they did, it was dysfunctional as hell. And nobody taught them how to be in partnership. Nobody taught them. And they ain't lived life long enough to learn on their own, or they haven't took the time to look externally and be like, okay, I'm tripping. Like, I got some things I need to be trying to figure out and work on, so I don't scar another individual to the point where they can't even move on with their life in a real way. They still harboring this resentment towards me of what I did 10 years ago. Or I hurt them so bad that now the very next relationship that they get in, or they get in a relationship where it's like, okay, this person is actually cool. This person is actually a good person, that they jack that up because they coming in feeling like, oh no, it's finna be some stuff, I'm just waiting on that to happen. Like, they finna hurt me, I'm just waiting on it to happen. At this point, they don't even have the faith to take people, good people, and be like, okay, yeah. Now, not to say that even good people not gonna hurt you, because that would be a lie. But there's different levels to hurt, right? There's different levels to this, right? Not to say you ain't gonna get in no argument with somebody and, you know, hurt their feelings or something, or like get into an argument with your partner and now you can't stand them for a couple days. That's different, right? I'm talking about those hurts that scar you, that leave something, they take a piece of you. It's a soul level type of hurt. I'm talking about that. When somebody does that to you, oh, it takes a lot for you to be able to heal from that. It takes a lot for you to be able to heal from that, and to even be able to look at that person and not want to be like, die slow. Like, it takes a lot, you know. And so, right, I like to it takes a lot. That's what I was saying, y'all. My bad. My phone got hot in the sun, was sitting up on my thing and got too hot in the sun and just shut down on you, girl. But they didn't want y'all to get the message. But anyway, I just pulled over to the shade, and so we back. And what I was saying was, it takes a lot to be able to heal yourself from situations that cut you deep like that. It takes a lot. And I have been able, like I said, I have been able to do so. And it ain't been easy, child. It ain't been easy. But there's, like I said, people that I have dealt with in the past that have cut me deep like that. I don't look at them in no way, no kind of way that's negative to the point where it hinders me from growth, from moving on, from understanding that there's gonna come a time when I'm being blessed with that meeting of that person that gets it, that I won't be transformed in a way that's super negative. Like, because within all of those situations and instances that have happened, it's like a death and a rebirth, right? I've become a different person after each thing that happened, each encounter. But I don't want to continue that. Sure, transformation is a part of my journey, but I don't want to continue that in a way that comes from pain like that. You can transform in different ways, from different things, pain and love, right? You ever, for those that have found their I don't want to say soulmate, because I don't really, that's subjective to me, but who have found their person that they're like, wow, I love them in a way, and they love me in a way that has transformed me, transformed my outlook on life, transformed my outlook on relationships, on people. Because when you've been in situations that have changed you through pain so many times, you can become jaded, you can become bitter, you can become a person who just doesn't believe that there are people out here that's going to change your life in a way that comes from love. You just don't believe that. You just like, well, I'm finna be out here in these streets. Just like, forget it. Like, I'm about to be out here. I can't tell you how many times I've said that and ain't done it. I can't tell you how many times I have said that and ain't done it yet, child, because that's not me. That's not in my DNA. That's not who I am. Like, I'm very picky and selective about the people that I choose to come into my life in a romantic sense. And that's not to say that the people that I have picked have been that great, but I'm still selective, Everybody ain't been here, okay? And everybody ain't gonna get a chance to be here. It's elite. You're lucky. Thank you. You're welcome. But I have said that a few times in my life. Like, man, because you see people that did social media be coming into play, and you see all these women that's out here just like you feel like they living their best life. They not out here getting they soul snatched from them in a way, like a negative way, like dang, they in that, but somebody done them so dirty that they like, no, they just out here like, but I'm finna be out here. I ain't even finna catch no feelings for nobody. I'm not finna try to be everything to somebody. I'm not finna deal with nobody on that level where they get in here like that. I'm just finna be out here in these streets. like some of these dudes. Like, I'm finna be out here. It's so many women out here that's on that type of time, and I just gotta keep it real with myself. I ain't about that life. I'm just not. I have said it, but I'm just not about. I'm not about that life. And so within that, I'm like, man, I'm so, like I said, this journey, man, it's been a real one. And I've been in so many situations that have rocked me, right, to my core. But I'm still going. Like, I still believe, and I still have faith that there are genuinely good people out here that's gonna, be appreciative of what I bring to the table, right? There are going to be people that I meet in this lifetime that are really going to get it. And, and some people like, man, like I tell you, you wouldn't have been able to tell me some years ago that I would have met some people that I have met. And, in particular, when it comes to the romantic side of my life, like, you ever feel like you meet somebody and they way out of your league, and you like, they would never even look at me in that kind of way, and then they do, and it's like, well, damn, I must be the shit. Excuse my French, but like, I must be, like, girl, you better stop doubting yourself. You better realize your power. You better realize who you are and what you bring to the table. Is different. It's different. You may not be an Instagram model, but you doing something, And so, listen, I say that to say, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I ain't gonna put my business all the way out there like that, but I'm gonna tell y'all a little story to help put that into context. Along this journey of my new community that I have come into contact with, and my spiritual community of people, a couple of years ago, I came across somebody, and instantly, they don't even know this, but instantly in my head, just after, not interacting, because I never interacted with them. I just observed them. Just after observing them for some time, I was like, man, I wish I could, meet somebody like that. Or man, I wish I could be with somebody like that. But they way out of my league. Like that. They would never notice me like that. Boy, was I wrong. And to say that I thought that in my head at that time, and then a year or so later up to this point, it's like, girl, you were so wrong. Meanwhile, they actually did notice you. So it's like, never count yourself out, y'all. Never count yourself out about the level of that you're supposed to be at. Like, don't settle. That's the thing. Don't settle for anything that if you know that this is the type of person that you desire or that you feel like will match you, don't ever think that you can't get that. Or don't ever think that they're not gonna, like, somehow you're a little, I don't want to say less than, but somehow, you're not on their level just because, of the differences that you do have. Don't ever think that, because you never know what somebody sees or what they pay attention to. You never know. We all out here on social media, and when we put things out there, you never know who may be watching that and thinking like, dang, she actually looked like a pretty cool person. It's something about her that resonates with me. Something about her that I'm supposed to be like, let me holler at her. Let me holler at him. Something about that person. It don't matter what the different levels that you feel like you may be on from each other. Like, it doesn't matter because social media be having y'all messed up. Social media be having y'all messed up sometimes. Like, this whole culture of like, oh, if you got this many followers, you know what I'm saying, you on this level. If you got this many followers, you on this level. Like, none of that really matters, bro. None of that matters in reality, in real life stuff. Okay, none of it matters. So don't get caught up in that and thinking like, oh, this person, well, then why would they look at me? Type of thing. Don't even realize the power that you hold, you guys. Realize your inner power and be mindful. And I say that to say also, be mindful of what you put out there, because you never know who's looking at you. That could be, I don't want to be cliche, but that could be your person right there. Then you would have never known that this person would be looking at you. But just from what you put out, also you're in, but you got to get to the inner, because, social media is social media, and 9 times out of 10, you don't be putting your real self out there. Some people don't. I do in a way. I don't put all my stuff out there because I'm very I like to hold stuff to like I said, those elite core people, and I don't like for everybody to know all facets of me. But yeah, you never know who you never know who may be watching you. So, ladies and gentlemen, especially ladies, y'all got to be careful what y'all putting out there, because what you put out there is what you attract. And that is so true. Y'all can't be half naked on social media all the time. And when I say half naked, I mean, y'all know what I mean. You could be sexy, okay, and not be half naked. And I ain't talking about on vacation when you in a bathing suit at the beach, because you're in a bathing suit at the beach. Okay, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all can't be posting that on your whole social media is full of that, and you twerking and you doing this, that, and the third, and expect to get attract a certain type of a person. You can't expect that it's not gonna happen. You're gonna get them people that slide in your DMs trying to smash, and that's it. Now, if you cool with that, like I said, is people out here that's about that life, that's like, I'm finna be out here in these streets and I'm gonna get what I can get, when I can get it, how I can get it, and then I'm gonna keep it pushing. If you're about that life, understand that's the life you about. That's what you're gonna attract. You deal with what comes with that. But don't all of a sudden try to switch it up and be like, oh my God, he's this, that, and the third. That's what you attracted. Okay? But, so, yeah, y'all, when I said that, those a couple years ago, when I said that to myself, and I'm looking like, man, you know, lo and behold, who would have known? Y'all better realize the power y'all hold. And I know who I am. Like, I know what I can offer to somebody, and it's very valuable. Okay, very. And I know that I'm supposed to be very selective about that, because that can change me in a way, because I put so much into it. So you got to be mindful of who you deal with in that case. But like I said, going back to those of you that are wanting to know how you heal from things that or relationships in particular that have scarred you in such a way, it's simply that, those things that I discussed earlier, and really just understanding that some things just happen. We are humans at the end of the day, and sometimes people make decisions for themselves in the moment. They ain't even thinking about you. They ain't even thinking about how it's going to affect you, how it's going to hurt you in any way. They're not even thinking about it. They're just thinking about them. And you got to think about you. And then when you're trying to come in partnership with somebody, you got to be thinking about them too. And so that's a lot. All of a sudden, you've been spending your whole life, or however long that you've been single for, just thinking about you. And then here comes this person. Now all of a sudden you got to factor them in some kind of way. And it's like, bro, that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of work. And there are benefits to it. And there is so much you can gain from that, given it being the right individual. There's listen, your life can change so much, so drastically within a short period of time, just by connecting with certain people. Right? Just by connecting with certain people. And you have to understand that. And then you got to learn how to let things go. Let it go. You gotta learn how to let it go. That's why I'm still saying it. Let it go. Okay? Y'all be holding stuff. Just holding. You just harboring so much resentment towards people. And it's like, why? It's over and done with. Move the hell on. And a lot of it because you guys didn't get revenge. Listen, revenge is a thing. A lot of reasons that people can't move on from something is because they never got to get revenge for the hurt that somebody caused them. And I understand that, because they're on the majority of the people that have come into my life that have scarred me in a way or have hurt me deeply in a way, I never sought revenge for them. And I could have. I never did anything crazy. Like, you know how you got people out here, especially female, boy, they'll do some things. They'll do some things to you, you know what I'm saying? They'll be vengeful and spiteful and just try to make your life hell after you hurt them. I ain't that type of person. I'm cool. Take that and I'ma bounce. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my ancestors don't play about me. And I come to realize that I don't even gotta seek revenge. I don't even have to do the most. I'm good. They got me. A lot of the times, and this just from observing from the outside looking in, long after those situations have ended, their lives is in shambles, my nigga. And I ain't laughing because it's funny, you laughing, but I'm just saying, like, y'all gotta seek revenge. Karma real out here. So if somebody really done you dirty like that, and really like just, and you know what I mean when I say that. You don't gotta do that, because that's a lot of the reason why you can't move on, is because you never got that revenge that you feel like you should get. Like, I gotta get them back. Like, no, they gotta hurt like I hurt. And you holding on to that subconsciously, and when you get into that next relationship, you can't even be all the way in. You can't even be all the way in. You can't even give them all that you need to give them, because you still stuck on old boy from 10 years ago that did XYZ to you, and you still ain't cuss their ass out, or you still ain't go damage their car, or you didn't you didn't make their life miserable after the fact. And they may look like on the outside that they never felt nothing from it. Like, they ain't getting nothing. You got all this hurt, but they still going about their married life. They may have gotten into another relationship, got married, done all of this stuff, and you sitting over here still like, I'm so hurt. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. Like, if you don't go on about your business and understand that that's an L that you brought on yourself a lot of the times, or that's an L that you just gotta take and move on from, and it's an L that you gotta turn into a lesson so that you don't repeat that same lesson. I done had to repeat a couple lessons a couple times. Okay? But now it's to the point where whatever, it's whatever. It's whatever. Because at the end of the day, I know who got me, right? And I know I'm going to continue to be the best me. And a lot of y'all mad. You lost. Understand that it was a loss for them. And a lot of things ain't a loss for you. Some things are a loss for you. Some things are lost for both of y'all, because y'all weren't never supposed to be there in the first place. Okay? So that's how you heal. And then once you get to the other side of healing, that's when the real work come in. That's when you're able to really get into a situation where you may meet somebody and you instantly know, like, yeah, this ain't no accident. This person we here to elevate each other. Like, this a dual thing. This not just a one-sided thing. We here to elevate each other spiritually, mentally, financially, if you want to look at it that way. And I don't mean like somebody coming in to take care of you, you coming in to take care of them. I mean by you being in by you coming in contact with them, by you connected with them, they elevate their life themselves financially. Not anything that you did personally, but themselves, just by that connection, right? Just by that connection. Understanding that, that's when you get to that level. that's when you understand that, hey, this right here, there's levels to this. And I'm at this level now after I done come through all of this, the healing that I needed to do, that you may still be doing here and there. Because let's face it, we all got stuff that we still need to heal from in a way. But I mean, the vast majority you've done. Oh, this person, and then you get to this person. Listen, it's about to be up from there. And you're going to be able to find yourself in a situation where it's like, okay, yeah, this different right here. This another level right here. And if those two people who decide, okay, they're going to come in partnership and take those new levels and go with them, boy, forget about it. You want to know what a power couple is? That's a power couple right there. Two people who have healed themselves. Two people who understand the importance of personal development. Two people who understand the purpose of being in this life. Two people who understand partnership. Okay, and understand it just ain't about going out, having sex, eating out, and all of this. It ain't about all of that. Although, there's some good points in there, them good to have. But but understand it ain't about all of that. When you get to that level, and a lot of times most times that doesn't happen for people until later in life, or unless they're very mature individuals, or unless they really start early on this journey of personal development and really trying to figure themselves out. Because a lot of people aren't trying to figure themselves out. They just trying to go through life. They don't know who they is. They don't know what they want. They don't know what direction they want to go in. They don't know, the type of person that they want to be with. They don't know the type of person that they want to be. They just floating. And it's okay to flow through life, but you need to at the very least, be trying to figure things out, trying to figure yourself out. Figure out who you are. And that can change from year to year. But trying to really be active in doing that, your life going to elevate, y'all. Your life going to change. And I don't even know how long this video is. I feel like I've been talking for an hour, but listen, when I told y'all I was going to let it flow, I told y'all I was going to let it flow. And I'm just letting it flow. Okay? And for whoever it resonates with, it'll resonate with. For who it don't, y'all know where y'all can go. But, yeah, so that's how you get on this healing journey. That's how you heal from situations like that, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you heal. And then once you heal and get to that other side, that's when you gonna find, y'all, that's when you're gonna find that partnership that really changes you in a positive way, that really elevates you to that next level. And all of this could be subconsciously, y'all. It don't even necessarily have to be something that they doing that you can see with your natural eye. Listen, y'all ain't never connected spiritually to nobody. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it don't necessarily have to be something you can see with your natural eye. That's just shifting. You don't necessarily have to see the shift right away. You can just feel it. You can just feel it. You can just feel it. It's like, and not to say that life won't be happening in the process. That's not to say there's other things outside of that, like your life, your home life, your family, other things, your job, your career, trying to figure. It's just a lot of things coming into play. Not to say that those things won't be happening in the process. You may be dealing with some negative things, some trauma, some things going wrong in those other areas, but understanding that this was brought here for you at this time, because you ain't supposed to be here no more. You got too comfortable being here. You comfortable. You ain't supposed to be here. You supposed to be here. And sometimes that takes another individual to come in for you to see that you ain't supposed to be here no more. You supposed to be here. And once you get there, y'all, once you realize that and you come in contact with this person or whatever, or people, listen, it's go time. You know, I like to say, yeah, I know I'm Aries, so I'm always on go. I'm always ready to get something going. Like, I don't got time. Let's go. Let's do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't wait for what? That should be the I should put that on a t-shirt. No, that should be the Aries motto. That should be the Aries motto. Yeah, wait for what? Because we don't like to wait on nothing or nobody. You feel me? But it's necessary sometimes. So that's that other part of me, y'all. That's that Virgo side of me that's practical and like to do things, be organized and structured on things, like to make sure things make sense before I do them. But then there's that other side, that's that Aries energy. That energy come in like, nigga, what? Wait for what? You better figure that out on the fly. You better, whatever works is whatever works. Like, you better just go with it, and then, you know, if you fail, you get back up, you try again. Like, what's the big deal about that? Like, y'all scared. Y'all scary. Aries be like, y'all scary. Y'all scared to try something. Like, y'all always got to make sure everything is, all your T's is crossing, your I's dotted before you do something. Like, taking 12 years. Like, just do it. If it don't work, it don't work. So what? So what? That's Aries energy all day. All day. All day. Listen, and I know, because I battle between balancing these two energies, and that's probably the hardest thing for me to do, is to balance these two energies. Because this side over here, like, girl, think about it, organized, structured, make it make sense. Oh, you really should hold off, like, you're really not thinking it through properly. And this side is like, child, we'll figure that out when we on the way. We'll figure it out on the way. And that has served me up until this time. Like, I'm not listen, if you know, I got a YouTube channel, I got a podcast, I started another business I'm working on right now, being a virtual assistant. I have a blog out. Like, I ain't scared to try nothing. Like, when I tell y'all I'm on this journey of self, and the only way I know how to find self is to try. A lot of times y'all be scared. Y'all stay stuck in a career that you've been in for 10, 20 years, and yeah, it's providing for you. It's a good career according to society. It brings you money financially to where you can support yourself, but you feel unfulfilled. Why? Because you're scared to try something that you really been thinking that you should try, really been feeling pulled towards, because maybe it doesn't make as much money as you think it can. Or maybe it's not the most practical thing. Or maybe, you know, you worried about what other people gonna say. Like, you're a doctor. You can't be a musician. Who say? Y'all better stop letting people tell y'all what you can and can't do, and stop being afraid to try something and then realize that I really didn't want to do that. Trial and error. Have y'all ever heard trial and error? Like, you can do 15 million different things and get to the point where, hey, yeah, I may want to try to do this, and then I get into it and I'm like, not really. I thought I did. I lied. I don't. And then you move on to the next. Y'all be too scared to do this because y'all worry about what other people say. Y'all worry about like, oh, they wishy-washy. They don't know what they want to do. You right. I don't. I'm trying to figure it out. Let me do that. This is my process. Let your process be your process and let my process be my process. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't want to be stuck in a career for the next 40 years of my life that I don't want to be in because I want to play the status quo. I want to do how everybody else does things, structured and, not trying different things and, trying to figure it out because this right here, this one thing that I've been doing for the past 30 years makes sense. So I'm going to keep doing it for y'all. Heck no. If I want to be a personal chef tomorrow, I do that shit. And then realize 2 months down the line, bro, this ain't really what I thought it was. Y'all think I care what you say? No, because at the end of the day, I understand the process of trying to figure this thing out, right? And I also understand who I am as a person. I gotta have multiple things going on. It bothers me to be doing the same thing day in and day out. And when I do so, and when I allow myself to get into that rut of being concerned with the outside influences or being concerned with what it looks like or what makes sense, and I'm staying to that same thing, I'm miserable internally. It's like a lot. I can't sleep. It's like a lot. It's a lot, y'all. So I'm somebody that's here to experience, y'all. Y'all don't be want to experience. I'm here to experience this life. I don't want to just be in it. I want to experience it. So, I'm not somebody just gonna be here in this one place for the rest of my life. I need to see the world. I need to experience the world. I need to experience different things to figure out what it is that I truly love and want to put my time into. And maybe I'm supposed to experience things or do certain things for a period of time. Y'all understand that not everything is forever. Not everything is forever. So you may start off doing something and then it's only supposed to be for a period of time. Like you may start off being in this profession, but it's only supposed to be for a period of time. You're only supposed to get to a certain point, and then you on to the next thing that's supposed to be for a period of time that's supposed to elevate you to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. But y'all scared. Y'all scared to do that. Don't be scared to do that. If that's what you feel, really, if that's what you feel like you should be doing, then do it. You can have 15 different jobs, 15 different things going on. And that's why I'm here with my Sagittarius, because they don't care. They got 15 jobs all the time. They doing 17 different things. You can't never pin them down on one profession or one career aspiration. They say they don't got one. You ask the Sagittarius what they want to be. What I am today. And what I am tomorrow may be a whole nother thing. But I'm going to experience it. They all about experiences. I'm going to experience in this life. I ain't just finna be in it. I'm going to experience in this life, y'all. So, if you see me out here 3 months from now, and all of a sudden, I'm a travel agent, y'all mind y'all business. Don't say nothing. Be like, did you just have a YouTube channel? Mind y'all business. Because that's another thing I want to get into. I do really want to be in the travel industry because your girl loves to travel, and I don't really get to do so often. And so that's an industry that I've been looking at for a minute. Like, and I got a couple people that I follow that's in it, and I'm like, y'all put me on. Like, how Sway? And I need to figure that out, because your girl trying to be out here, and I don't mean out here like that. I mean out here in this world, experiencing these different cultures and people, and it's levels to it, y'all. And I want to do so with you know, a partnership with a partner, but I don't got to. I bounce by myself. But I would like to, you know, because it's just so much better, I feel like. But I know it's not necessary. But yeah. I'm sorry if I was making all that noise. I realized that was probably loud. But anyway, yeah. Y'all better stop being scared to experience in this lifetime. Just get out here and do. And it don't matter what nobody say. It don't matter what your friends, what your family, don't matter what they say. Oh, she can't never stay at a job. And that's the thing. And that's the thing I want to point out about the difference in generations, right? And the difference in when your parents are growing up, or when you're growing up. Your parents were taught that you get a job, you stay at that job till you retire. You know what I'm saying? Most of your parents probably retired from a job, right? They was in that job their whole life. They never done anything else. And so they try to put that same mentality onto you, like, oh, you're frivolous if you job hop, or you're frivolous if you don't pick a lane and stay there. No, forget that. I don't want to be at nobody job for 30 years. I don't. Ain't no job that I'm gonna like enough like that I don't own for me to be at for 30 years. Hell no. Excuse my French. No. And y'all can miss me with that. So anybody that got a problem with that and say, you know, oh, you're not responsible, or what about family? That's why I don't have one, y'all. That's why I don't got no kids. I made that choice because I know that and even if I did, I still wouldn't do that. I can still take care of myself, my family, whatever, doing all of these things. I don't have to be at a certain job for my entire life, being miserable and not having any experiences, and always wanting to do this but too scared to do it because it doesn't make sense for my lifestyle. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Call me whatever. I'm not doing it. So, advice to y'all, if y'all choose to take it, for some of y'all that needs to, and it's not gonna resonate with everybody, but for those that do, y'all stop being scary. Like, take that energy that them Aries be having and just do. You know what I'm saying? Why not? If you wake up today and you want to be a flight attendant, be a flight attendant. If you wake up a year later and you decide you don't want to be a flight attendant anymore, then don't be a flight attendant anymore. So what? So what? Who gonna check you? This your life. Yours. Ain't nobody else gonna live it for you. It's yours. At the end of your life, you don't want to say that you didn't experience life because you was too worried about what other people thought, what other people was gonna say, what looked responsible, what society places on us. You was too concerned with that. It's people, the happiest people, I tell you what, the happiest people in life don't give a damn about none of that. They out here doing what they want to do when they want to do it, and they not scared to fail at it. They not scared to change their mind. A lot of people are scared to change their mind. They not scared to fail. They not scared to change their mind about something they thought that they wanted to do with their life. Like, you thought you wanted to be a flight attendant, but then you got into it and you realized it was fun, but I don't really want to do it anymore. Don't do it anymore. It's very simple, y'all. It's very simple, but we make it so hard. Like, we make it so hard. So I'm at 43 minutes on this one, and I know I got another video. It's probably an hour-long video, y'all, but if you still here, bless you. You're supposed to be here, and, you know, you're going to receive all of the abundance for that. But, yeah, I'm getting hungry, so I'm about to go and find me something to eat. But, yeah, I hope this video resonated with you all, somebody, anybody. It doesn't matter. I hope it resonates with y'all. And if it did, and you want more videos like this where I'm just coming in, you know, flowing with y'all and talking with y'all when I so choose, again, when I so choose, then you know, comment down below, let me know, like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff that they tell y'all to do that I really don't even all of that stuff. And yeah, catch me in the next one. Y'all catch me, see me when y'all see me. And the next time y'all see me, I might be in a whole nother thing. But if I am, mind your business. All right, y'all. Peace.